When you start a new hobby, whether it's fishing, dancing, or even simracing, life suddenly feels more exciting. You wake up thinking about it, you plan your day around it. At first, it feels like a honeymoon. Everything about simracing is exciting, driving race cars on realistic versions of real tracks against other drivers just like you. But like all honeymoons, without the right approach, the magic will start to fade. I've made every mistake in the book when it comes to simracing. I've been through the lowest lows, frustrated with slow progress, constant crashes, and even losing the will to race. But having this YouTube channel gave me a reason to hang on, so I discovered a few things that completely changed how I approach simracing. These helped me turn things around, and I genuinely think that they can help you avoid the same setbacks I faced. And to start, one of the most painful expectations I had was believing that progress would always be linear. I thought if I put X amount of effort, I will get Y amount of improvement every time. And maybe you felt that too. At first, it seems true. Your lap times drop quickly, your confidence grows, and everything feels like it's clicking. But then it stops. You put in the same amount of work or even more, and suddenly you're stuck. No gains, no improvement, sometimes you even get worse. I don't know if you guys can relate, but nothing sucks more than seeing your progress backtrack. It's bad enough when you're not improving anymore, but practicing more and still getting worse almost made me quit. What I didn't realize at that time is that real progress isn't a straight line. It backtracks quite a lot. Sometimes your brain needs time to process things before it shows up on the track, and this makes you prone to errors, which looks like you're going backwards. It's very sneaky. Learning to accept this and even expect it changed everything for me. It made setbacks feel like part of the journey and not a sign of failure. And ironically, once I stopped chasing perfect progress, I started improving again. Another big setback for me was getting too focused on results. I had some amazing races, tight battles, clean overtakes, moments that felt incredible. But if the final result wasn't good, I couldn't enjoy any of it. Instead of appreciating how great the experience was, I'd walk away frustrated just because I didn't finish in the top 5 or whatever number I thought I should hit. Have you ever had a race that should have made you feel proud but instead left you feeling like crap just because the result didn't match your expectations? That mindset robbed me of so many great moments. Over time, I realized that if you only judge a race by the result, you're setting yourself up for disappointment even when you drove your heart out. Which brings me to the next point, a trap where I was constantly comparing myself to faster drivers. In simracing, just like in real racing, only one person wins. That naturally creates a hyper-competitive mindset where all your focus shifts toward that one driver who's just fast enough to keep winning. But you don't see what's behind their pace. You don't see if they sacrifice their social life or if they have 5 hours a day to practice while you barely have one. All you see is the end result, and it's easy to think, I should be able to do that too. And sure, having high goals isn't a bad thing, but when you only measure yourself against the very best without knowing what it took them to get there, it's easy to feel like you're not enough. I had moments where I wouldn't even sign up for a race anymore just because I wasn't close to those top drivers. I tell myself, what's the point? No, I'm too slow. But when I look back, that's not why I got into simracing. When I started, I just loved the feeling of racing. Close battles, good fights on the track, win or lose, it was just fun. So if I had to experience simracing again, I'd look at top drivers with a grain of salt. I mean, appreciate what they're able to achieve, strive to beat them, but without feeling worthless in the process and trying to find reasons to have fun while doing so. And lastly, getting crashed. We have to talk about it. For a while, I had this sort of superiority complex during races. If someone wrecked me, it was because they didn't know how to drive. If there was a big pileup and I got collected, I think, what a bunch of morons, I'm just unlucky. And sure, crashes happen a lot in simracing just like in real life, but if you keep blaming everyone else over and over, it starts to turn you toxic. At first, you might still make excuses for others, but the more it happens, the more bitter you get. You stop trusting people on track. You start thinking everyone is out there to ruin your race. And yeah, crashing sucks. Sometimes you've practiced all week, you're hyped up for the race, and then it ends up in 2 minutes. Been there, done that. But what really helped me was learning to laugh it off, a little bit at least. To remind myself, this is a game, no one got hurt, and mistakes happen, even mine. And here's the key. If you actually go back and analyze your crashes, even the ones that you weren't at fault, you'll almost always find something you could have done differently to avoid it. That shift in mindset changed everything for me. Instead of feeling defeated and angry after a crash, I started seeing it as a learning moment. And that's what helped me stop avoiding races just because I was scared of getting taken out again. So these are the things I stick to now when it comes to sim racing. I know that if I ignore even one of this, the experience will go to shit. And if any of this hit home for you too, or you felt you've learned something from my struggles, please use the like and subscribe button. Nothing makes me happier than seeing you guys enjoying my videos. So that's it for now. See you on the next one. Bye bye.